Our Friday, so we're just going to do a quick little update. In the last videos, I mentioned these pieces. So we basically cut a perfect straight line by wrapping something flat down around the fender. So we went ahead, there's a piece here, so we couldn't keep the whole bottom. Anyway, you get the idea. That's going to weld on there all the way around and then around the bottom. And then our other piece locks up underneath here, and this is going to get butt welded all the way across. Gap's a little big, but we can tweak that in. So we'll have to fix that, and then we'll just have to run our treatment in here, up in here, pour 15 all the rest away. We'll spin most of it off first and then do it. We still got to do some hole damage in here. We'll have to clean these out and decide which ones. This one we're going to lose because you can't weld in here, but we'll keep this one. Yeah, that's a tight spot. We're going to have to see how I can reach in and how we're going to get those, but not a big deal. We'll figure it out. We're also going to, these were welded from the bottom, and they're just like a bunch of bubble gum. So what we're going to do, we're going to fill the welds so that all the holes are welded. We're going to grind it smooth. Then we're going to come underneath. We're going to cut all that extra junk off that it's like hanging down like, you know, over 1/4 of an inch. It's craziness. So look, it's just like balled up stuff. It's like they started it on the edge and then brought it in and tried to do a rosette weld, but every single one failed. We literally popped this off with 2 cracks of the screwdriver. So not good, not good. Don't do that. You know, normally you wouldn't do anything to this. You'd drill the holes out of the top of the quarter and you'd weld from the top, do some nice big red beads in there and fill it. But yeah, there's a few little things we got to do as we're going. And I figure there's 2-3 hours worth of work, and then we'll be able to put our quarters back on. Now that's weld work because we still got to clean this all up, pour 15 all in there. This side unfortunately wasn't as pretty as the other side, but it is what it is. Last time we showed you how we put this piece in, so now we have a nice solid quarter. We got to weld our second pass, or grind our second pass of weld. But this is new. We went ahead and made this corner because it was soft, so we went ahead and did that. And we got, what, 5-6 tacks up in there just to hold them together. They're a little bit away, so they could be cut if need be. And that's so that we could manipulate this in and out and make sure it fit the quarter as we were going. That's welded in solid. And the back side is super nice, so we can grind off. And underneath the car, this will look stock. We used a giant step bit, and we basically made our hole exactly that size. And we put the little keyhole in the bottom of it so that it can drain. You don't want condensation trapped in your car. Remember, if you got no drains, go underneath, drill a couple drains, especially in your rockers. So that's basically what that looks like. And it goes up a little bit up there. We had to put a square patch up a little higher. There was some weirdness there and some sort of hole. So we cut that out and made sure we had all good metal all the way around. This is welded from the inside and outside. Now the reason this is welded, we had to split it and manipulate it to work and then weld it. This has to be ground a bit. Well, in here we don't really care, but this has to be smooth so that our quarter fits nice. And we're going to have to pull, I think, this area right down here. We're going to have to knock it forward a bit and pull this and reshape this just a wee bit. It catches the fender, but we're not quite happy with that. But otherwise, we're happy. The stuff is going to fit, and that's half the battle. So that's where we are. I know it's a short video, but it's Friday, and it's kind of busy with a lot of stuff today. But you know, making these parts took a little bit of time. Would it have been easier to just buy a wheelhouse and spend all the time putting it in? I wouldn't have been done in the amount of time it took to do this. And everything is super solid, so we're happy. But Some guys would have just kind of bubble gum welded in here and put a little chunk in or something, but realistically, we didn't want anything coming back. So we want to make sure we put all good steel in the car. But yeah, so you can see the welds in here. Those are just the tacks. So we still have to drill some holes up here and put our rosette welds in. And then we're going to go from the back side. We left that extra long, so we're going to have to cut the extra off from underneath. But yeah, so there's a little bit to do. Anyway, have a good weekend, and thanks for watching.